Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Prize Picks video. This one we're talking about Monday Night Football. We hit every pick from last video, so let's keep it going in this one. We've also been crushing it in the Dynamo private Discord. People have been cashing out NFL season. We got picks from all sports from me, plus a bunch of cappers posting in here, so use that promo code on the screen. You can see a 9-in-1 day last weekend from just picks I posted that day. Some more big NFL hits from cappers in here. Just $5 to win 50. You could see 20 to win 134, 10 to win 70, 20 to win 200, 5 to win 39. Look inside some of our cappers channels. This is what they're posting. So Volo only posted his 3 favorite plays for NFL Sunday. He hit on all 3 of them. And last weekend did the same with a demon in there. Hit a higher payout slip. In my channel, posting a ton of picks. You can see 3 NFL plays. For an early look, then we got 3 morning plays and 3 more afternoon plays. We hit our first 3 pick slip, then hit on a flex play and another flex play on the day. Click that top link, get in here on the monthly or weekly lock in for NFL season, because we're posting in all sports right now, but crushing the NFL. Access to more picks for me, plus a bunch of other cappers. So type that in, click apply, get in here at a great price. You guys saw the big wins we've been having in the NFL. Look inside some of our channels, see what we're posting and hitting. Cashing people out in there. Huge slips, huge hits, and crazy streaks from the NFL so far. So let's get into the ones for Monday. We got 2 games. For the first one, I'm going to go to Xavier Hutchinson, take him over on his receptions at 1.5. Someone else has to step up for the Houston Texans at wide receiver. They're missing so many guys from last season, but already dealing with injuries this year. So they brought in Christian Kirk to be the number 2 guy. He's already injured. Tank Dell still out, and Braxton Berrios out for this one as well. So they're missing 2 receivers already, and then obviously down last year from the Tank Dell injury, and then Stephon Diggs getting injured and leaving as well. So Hutchinson stepped up a bit last year. So far this season, he's going to have to step up a lot more. So I like going to him on the receptions. You can see for him on Outlier, Tampa Bay actually allows the 27th most receptions in the league after that first game. And Houston is the underdog, expected to throw a lot in this one. We saw Hutchinson at the end of the season have a 4-catch game, which was good for him. A few others in his first season. A few others last season with 2 catches, but really wasn't playing as much and didn't have as big of a role, because obviously those guys we mentioned, like Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs there last year, in addition to Nico Collins. So far this year, he played a lot more in the opening game and was able to bring in 2 catches. And we saw him on the snap count get the second most snaps for wide receiver. So Collins saw 84%, Hutchinson saw 68% of the snaps. Definitely a good sign there, and he was able to bring in 2 catches. I think they're going to target him more. He's going to be more involved in the offense. He really has to be if they're making plays, and going to be throwing as much as people think this team should be throwing in this game against Tampa Bay. So I like going to Xavier Hutchinson on the first one. For the second one, we're moving to the second game. I'm going to go to Geno Smith, and I'm going to take him under on his passing touchdowns. So Geno Smith, the Raiders actually looked decent in the first game, but wasn't just an easy matchup versus the Patriots, who I think are a bit overrated from the offseason. People think they were going to take a big jump. They haven't looked that good to me, in my opinion, at least to start the season. I think got lucky against a bad Dolphins team, barely beating them in kind of a blowout. So I do think that first performance as well for Vegas was a bit of a fluke. I don't think they're as good as people think. Brock Bowers also banged up in this one. Probably will play, but banged up. So Geno Smith taking him under on the passing touchdowns in a really tough matchup against the Chargers, who did hold down Kansas City pretty good in week 1. I think Chargers is a really good team that wants to control the ball and control the clock and not give the other offense much opportunity. But looking at Geno Smith last year, this was a team last year in Seattle that people thought really overachieved and was much better than they thought. But Geno Smith only threw for 2 or more touchdowns in 4 of 17 games, as you can see on the screen. Every other game he had 1, and even 4 games with 0 touchdown passes. So while he had a standout season last year with Seattle, still was only able to get multi-touchdown games in 4 of 17 games. So a really low hit rate I like taking him on the under. Week 1 was a great week for them. Still only got 1 passing touchdown in there against what I think is, like I said, an overrated team in the Patriots. And still the Raiders only put up 20 points on them. So I think in a tougher matchup, could be a really tough one here for Vegas and Geno Smith. And if you guys are just on Prizepicks, you have to check out ePick. Right now, when you use the link and the promo code Dynamo when signing up, you get $50 free after you deposit. But the reason I play over there even more is because they have higher payouts for playing the same stuff that you're going to find on Prizepicks. So you can see we have 3 reception lines in here. We're getting an 8.3x multiplier. Playing these same lines on Prizepicks would be just a 6x multiplier. So your $20 is going to win you 166 playing that are the same on ePick and Prizepicks. Over on Prizepicks, it would be just $120. You're leaving $46 on the table if you're not playing these same lines over on ePick. So it's absolutely a no-brainer. Sign up with the link down below and the promo code, and you guys can get up to $50 free over there as well to start with a nice bankroll. Plus, you just win more for playing the same stuff. Definitely check them out, and it helps out the channel. So let's get into the next one now. We're going to go to Justin Herbert. We're actually taking him on an under in this Vegas and Chargers game. So on these smaller slates, I like to play the game of trying to figure out how it's going to go. You got to try to figure out the game script. So for this one, I do think that the Chargers are going to try to control the ball, and Vegas isn't as good as people may think. And Chargers, I think, are actually really good, could control this one, want to run the ball a lot, drain this clock. Herbert, a really high pass attempts here at 33.5. I think if he's in a shootout where they need him to throw a ton, they're going to have him throw a good amount. But that's pretty rare for Chargers games. They play more slow, methodical football here with defense running the ball with Jim Harbaugh as the coach. And even in the last game, Herbert was barely able to get to 34 pass attempts. So I think in a different game scenario here, they're going to be running the ball more. Herbert's not going to be throwing it all over the place. May see a lot more of Hampton and Najee Harris in this one. So I like taking the under for Herbert. It's just a lot of pass attempts for him, but honestly, I think we could maybe even see this go back up to 34.5, which it was at. So keep an eye out for that as well. If you're thinking about it at 33.5, you could maybe even get a better price here. But you can see last season on the under, 12 of 18 games went under on 33.5 pass attempts. And then we saw in the one game so far this year, he just got there at 34, but this was a closer game against Kansas City where they were having to pass down the stretch. So he was able to get to 34. In this different type of game scenario, I don't think he's going to throw nearly as much, kind of see more what we saw from him last year, go back to that. So I like taking the under for Herbert. Keep an eye on this line. I think it might bump back up to 34.5, and then definitely a smash that I like on the under. And we hit all 3 of our picks last video. If you guys want more picks from me, get in the Dynamo private Discord. We've been absolutely crushing the NFL, but also all sports. Went 9-1 with my plays, posted in my channel, and you could see some other cappers in here hitting some big NFL slips, like 5 to win 50. We had 20 to win 134, 10 to win 70, 20 to win 200, 5 to win 39. Cashing people out in here, you can see one of our cappers, Volo, posted just his 3 favorite plays for NFL Sunday, hit all 3. The weekend before did the same thing with these 3 plays, including a demon, and hit on those, 10 to win 70. In my channel, this is stuff I'm posting, so 3 early look plays, and all 3 of those hit. And then 3 early plays on Sunday, and 3 more in the afternoon. So we hit on the early look plays, 3 of 3, and then hit on flex plays for the other 2. Click that top link, get in here, lock in for the NFL season. We've been crushing it. You guys saw the crazy streaks, the big wins in there. Look inside our channels where we're hitting and posting. So get in on the weekly or monthly, and then click join. Type in the code on the screen to lock in at a great price. You guys are going to get in at a great time because we still got NFL, WNBA, MLB going. So we'll see you guys over in the Discord. And also make sure to sign up for ePick with the link down below. Also use the promo code Dynamo. You guys can get $50 bonus after you deposit. So you can start with a nice bankroll, but you're just going to win more for playing the same stuff that you're already playing on Prizepicks. So these 3 reception lines, we can lock in for over an 8x multiplier on Prizepicks. A 3-pick slip is just going to be a 6x multiplier. It's a massive difference. You can see your $20 is going to win 166 over here versus it would be just 120 on Prizepicks for playing the same exact line. So it's absolutely a no-brainer. That's why I play more over here, because you can get these higher payouts. So definitely check them out, and you can also start with that nice bankroll after you use the link down below and the code and deposit. So check them out, and we'll see you guys over in the Discord.